Raising of the voice over the voice of the Prophet ﷺ is wrong. So in the masjid of the Prophet ﷺ, the same application should be. So when you go to visit the masjid of the Prophet ﷺ, you should maintain your calmness. In the masajid, normal masajid, raising of voice is wrong. So what if the masjid is the masjid of the Prophet ﷺ and he is there? Because the Prophet ﷺ said, the prophets of Allah, the earth is Allah SWT, He made it forbidden upon the earth to eat from the flesh. If you go to the graveyard of the Prophet ﷺ, if you are going, let's say, if you can open the grave, wallahi, you will see the Prophet ﷺ in the way he was, fresh. Some companions of the Prophet ﷺ, they were like this. During the time of Umar, they said they found two people. When they dug the grave, they have to remove them and change the position of the grave. And inside they found two people who died during the Battle of Badr, Battle of Uhud, in the place of Uhud. So they need to fix something, they have to remove the grave. So when they opened the grave, they found two people. And that's, we're talking about how long? From Uhud till the time of Umar is how many years? It's around 10 years. But they're still in the way they are. The narrator in Muwatta, Imam Malik, he said, as if just now they died. The blood is still fresh. And one of them, amazingly, one of them put his hand here on the stomach, and the place he was injured, he died because of it. So his hand was there. So after they brought them out, they fixed the place and they changed the place and they put them back. One of the Muslims said, okay, this one, let us make him straight. Let him relax. So they took the hand, they put it straight, and wallahi, according to narration in Muwatta, they said he brought back his hand. Put it like this. Because Allah SWT, He wants to see them in the way they die. The Prophet ﷺ said, يُبْعَثُ الْمَرْءُ عَلَى مَا مَاتَ عَلَيْهِ. Allah SWT is going to bring human being back based on the way you die. The way you pass away, this is how Allah SWT is going to bring you back. If you die making sujood to Allah, you will come back making sujood to Allah. If you die saying La ilaha illallah, you will come back saying La ilaha illallah. That's very good. And how would you ensure yourself dying in this moment? Is because of your own action. Actually, La ilaha illallah that you are saying when you are dying, this is the reflection of your life before death. That's why the scholars, they said, there will be no one who is going to be able to say La ilaha illallah sincerely from his heart if he did not use La ilaha illallah in his daily life. One of the doctors, he said, I tried with one brother. I was asking him to say La ilaha illallah. He did not say it. In the end, he looked at me and said, doctor, I know how important is La ilaha illallah. And I want to say it, but I cannot. You see, he can talk, he can give lecture and other things, but to say La ilaha illallah cannot. Compare this with another picture. Someone was dying. The doctor was quickly saying to him, say La ilaha illallah. He stopped, he looked at the doctor, he said, what kind of Muslim are you? Even he didn't even know how to say La ilaha illallah properly. Look at the tranquility. He is dying. He is dying, but he can fix someone else. And the other one is saying what? No. I didn't know how to say it. And he said it, La ilaha illallah, with mud, and then he passed away after it. One of the last story to motivate us is the story of Abu Hujurat al-Razi, one of the keys in terms of knowledge of this world. His students, they are great muhaddithun. We're talking about the student. What do you think about the sheikh? So the student, they heard that the sheikh is going to pass away. They quickly went to the house. But the problem is the prestige that they used to have whenever they meet the sheikh is so high. So when they went to him, before they go, one of them said, Wallahi astahi min Allah. He said, I feel shy of Allah to see me. I am the one who is saying to my sheikh, say La ilaha illallah. But he said, we have to help him because normally when you reach the stupor of death, you forget these things. So they went to him. Before they get in, they said, the problem is who's going to ask him to say it? This one say you, this one you. They say, okay, since no one is going to say it and sheikh needs our help, let us play a game in front of him. We just pretend that we are revising the hadith he gave us in front of him. We greet him and then we just revise. And then we brought, the revision will be on the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ that says, whoever dies and his last word is La ilaha illallah, he will go to paradise. So let's see what happened. They went. the first one started saying, okay, let us just do the revision of this hadith. We think it's important. So he said, حدثنا فلان, حدثنا فلان and فلان and فلان. When he reached the place, the Prophet ﷺ said, whoever last word is, he started shivering. He couldn't complete. He cried a lot. The next one said, okay, let me help you. He took over the system, the revision. When he reached the same position also, he started shaking. Naturally, they don't know why. So they kept on doing this, not knowing what to do. Their plan is going to fail. The sheikh, he looked at them, he said, students, please help me to sit down. So he sat down. I never heard of something like this. He sat down, he brought the hadith with chain of narrator. Was the last minute he has. He brought the hadith with the chain of narrator without mistake. And then he said, the Prophet ﷺ said, whoever last word is La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. The one who narrated the hadith, he said, خَرَجَتْ رُوحُهُ مَعَهَا إِلَى إِلَهِ illallah. The soul went out when he reached La ilaha illallah. The soul went out. He did not say Dakhal al-Jannah. Look how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is treating him. Because if he said Dakhal al-Jannah, that means his last word is what? Dakhal al-Jannah. So when he reached La ilaha illallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cut off the life. So that the last word of this sheikh will be this. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why, wallahi, you will never be disappointed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the last moment. You please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now, when you come to die, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never disappoint you. Instead, He will send to you support, someone who is going to support you from the deception of the devils. So